Today's show is brought to you by the Dance Studio of Tupelo and Sprint Print and Emmy Lou's Boutique and Tanning Salon.
In this episode, we get front row seats to the band's Halloween show, and Maddie Lyons takes us into the life of a distance learning student. And that's all right here on WTHS. Hello and welcome back to WTHS. I'm Sarah Bazell. Hope everyone had a happy Halloween. THS's band celebrated the holiday by putting on a spooky halftime show during last Friday night's football game. Alexis was on the field to give us an up-close look into their performance.
Last Friday at the Pink Out game, the Long Blue Line got to show their creative side during the Halloween halftime show. Because there's no competition for marching band this year, one of the band directors, Mr. Moore, got the opportunity to write the show. Mr. Moore says, "It's not something they usually get to do since they're working on competition from early July to early November.
This year's been different, and we're able to do a lot more things that we wouldn't normally get the chance to do, things that add to the experience and make things fun for our students, for our audience, for the Friday night crowd. So it was really fun to sit here and write a show that is completely geared towards fun instead of towards what kind of score we could make at a competition or what kind of rating we could achieve or placement we could win."
They performed Ghostbusters, and Thriller. Flute player Maddie Newsom and a member of the color guard, Christian Ezel, both expressed their excitement about the Halloween show.
Some friends and I are going to be dressing up as Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I'm going to be dressing up as Simon. The thing that I'm most excited about is being able to dress up this year, and for competition shows, we get a score based on our performance, but for this year, we just get to relax and have fun.
What am I dressing up as? I can't tell you exactly what I'm dressing up as, but it all corresponds with the other color guard costumes. And I'm most excited for the fact that we were able to cram not one, but two marching shows into one competition season, even though we weren't able to compete this year due to COVID.
In their performance, the band students were able to choose who they wanted to dress up as. This being their last marching show, you can look forward to the Christmas concert in December. I'm Alexis Leasy, WTHS News.
Thanks, Alexis. They sure did show up and show out with chilling music and Halloween costumes. Not only was this a special night for the band, but it was the Wave's last regular home game. Here's Paris with the recap.
Hey y'all, it's Paris, back with another edition of Sports Media. Last Saturday, both our boys and girls basketball team began the regular season at the Hound Dog Classic, with our girls team picking up a win against Saltillo, defeating them 69-45, with our boys team picking up a tough loss against 6A opponent Starkville. This past Monday, both our boys and girls cross-country team competed at the state meet. The girls team placed 5th overall, with Brooklyn Morgan coming in 3rd place with a time of 19:22. The boys team placed 4th overall, with 2 of the team's runners coming in the top 10, with Taylor Brown placing 7th with a time of 16:46 and JT Posey coming in 8th place with a time of 16:55. Last Friday, during halftime of the Tupelo-Horn Lake football game, Coach Larry Harmon, who has been a part of the Tupelo Public School District for 34 years, was presented the Mickey Linder Spirit Award. With the football regular season coming to an end, the team has been through many ups and downs this season. Maddie James has more.
Baby, wait for life on 3. 1, 2, 3, wait for life!
With great risk comes great reward, and this is especially true for Tupelo's varsity football team. This football season has come with many new challenges surrounding the coronavirus pandemic. Challenges such as adjusting to a new head coach, players being quarantined, and following new guidelines. Last Friday, Tupelo beat Horn Lake, becoming 5-1 in the district and being able to host the first week of district playoffs. This Friday, if Tupelo beats Oxford, they will become division champions. Coach Hardin believes that despite the adversity Tupelo football has faced, most of their accomplishments come from never giving up.
I think it's just I think it's more of us, not being satisfied and just coming to work every day, preaching to them that, hey, it's, you only get to play this game once, and every time you get an opportunity to go out there and practice, just to practice is a blessing, because it can be taken away from you in a heartbeat.
Senior Jake Ware says that the growth of the team and adapting to change is what led them to a successful season.
We're a really young group, and I love to see the young guys that have come up and had to step up and play big roles in our team. They've definitely grown and adapted well to what's been happening throughout the season, and I definitely think it's a huge part of why we're having success right now.
Senior Colin Southward said that even when put in difficult situations, the feeling of victory is worth it.
It feels good to see coaches just been put us in good situations to win, and we just been going out there and executing.
Even with all of the challenges this season faced surrounding Tupelo football, Coach Hardin says that big things are in store for his team.
I'm proud of our kids. They came to work every day, didn't give up on me. That says a lot about them. I'm proud of where we are at this moment, and I'm super excited about the future, because I know there's going to be a lot of special things happening going forward.
I'm Maddie James, WTHS News.
Speaking of football, our Golden Wave football team picked up a huge division win against Horn Lake last Friday, with Kyson Brown scoring 3 touchdowns during the game. Also, Jake Ware, who ran one in from a few yards out. Our defense held Horn Lake to only 13 points the whole game, with Jacoby Smith, who had an interception in the fourth quarter, to seal the win for the Golden Wave. The Golden Wave football team will compete for the division championship tonight at Oxford at 7. Be sure to tune in next week for your Golden Wave sports updates.
We sure do offer a variety of sports here at Tupelo. Many of our athletes have made the decision to self-quarantine themselves to protect their team and their chance to play. Including our athletes, nearly 1/4 of our 2,000 Tupelo High School students have chosen to continue their studies online. Maddie Lyons, who is a distance learner herself, documented her experience while learning in this unique way.
As many people know, not all of our students are at the high school. This can be a big change from at-school learning to at-home learning. This is how my week is as a virtual learner.
I start my day off by waking up at 7:30. I then get ready for the day by getting dressed, brushing my teeth, and washing my face. I then wake up my little sister Harley to get ready for her own school day. After I make breakfast for Harley and coffee for myself, I do my assignments in order as if I'm at school. This helps me stay focused during the day. My school day starts with engineering, followed by government. Typically when I finish those, it's lunchtime and I make lunch for Harley and myself. Then go do the rest of my school, which is WTHS and Algebra 2. These 2 classes are my favorite. Although it may seem like my day goes by fast, typically Harley will ask me many questions throughout the day, as well as me getting on my phone and getting distracted.
That concludes my day as a virtual learner. Sophomore Jaden Ezel is also a virtual learner, and she comes to the school for band.
I usually wake up every morning around 9 o'clock to start getting ready for the school day. So when I first wake up in the morning, I make my bed, I go downstairs to eat breakfast, and then I go to my bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face. After all of that, I go sit at my desk and I start on my first class, which is U.S. Government, and then I just move on to my next 2 classes. And around 12 o'clock, I start to get ready for my 4th block, which is band, and I usually leave the house around 12:30. Come back around 5, and that basically concludes my virtual school day.
Virtual learning is kind of difficult sometimes, from the Wi-Fi being strange to technical issues. But let's not forget about the most important issue that even students at school struggle with, procrastination. Freshman Nancy McClarty tells me procrastination is one of her biggest struggles.
Honestly, I usually start school around 11 or so. I usually don't wake up until around 9:30 to 10. My daily routine kind of looks like me waking up, getting on my phone for like half an hour, then going downstairs and getting something to eat. I'll finally get back up to my room and I'll be off and on with school. A lot of my friends do online, so we'll kind of be procrastinating together, which there's a lot of procrastinating. I have trouble with my motivation a lot. It's really hard for me to finish things by the due date, especially if there's a week in advance due date. I'll probably not start this project until like a day before. But for me, I think the best option is to stay home instead of going back to school, so I kind of just have to deal with it.
Distance learning is an option. Although some students will return in the spring, I will stay a virtual learning student. Maddie Lyons, WTHS News.
Thanks, Maddie. With unique times comes unique measures, and school is no exception. COVID-19 has affected every aspect of the school year, but we are thankful that we are finding ways to make this seem a little more normal. Our WTHS staff and Miss Chumley's Golden Wave media teams were still able to compete in our annual journalism competitions and took home some big wins. The album staff were finalists in many categories. They ended up winning Best Graphics and Art and Best Senior Advertising. The individual wins were Malia Crump, Best Feature Photo, Madison Denton and Molly Billingsley, Best Illustration and Graphic Package, and Mario Watson, Best Academic Photo. As you saw in the beginning, the WTHS staff took home many wins as well. Overall, WTHS placed in every category and won Best of Show and Best Creative Video. The individual wins were Alexis Leasy and Maddie James with Best Feature Story, Ari Giorgenti, COVID-19 Multimedia Coverage, and Paris Lehman, Best Sports Package. We are so proud of our journalism teams here at THS. That's all we have for this week's show. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you guys next week.